Good morning, Internet. It is Brett and Coach here in another day in California. Today we are headed to the Novato pool to watch Brian dive this morning. But first, let's go grab some breakfast and then we'll head to the pool.
So join me as I watch Brian dive for two different competitions, wander around the College of Marin's campus and hiking trails, sit back and relax while I enjoy nature, and get a little up close and personal with a family of deer.
Looks a little cloudy and the window feels very cold, so I hope it warms up later today. Otherwise, I am in for another chilly and slightly underdressed day. But let's go get food. I think I'm keeping Brian waiting. He ran down just because he doesn't like diving with too much food in his stomach. So he grabbed breakfast so he could eat it pretty quick. Then we can get to the pool. Breakfast was okay. I think the food was pretty good. Decent selection. Everything tasted fine. I thought it was odd that you served yourself, it was buffet style, but then there were waitresses that didn't allow you to get your own drinks, you had to go through them, which was kind of odd. Asked for a coffee, got a coffee, and I got to the bottom third of it, and it was like gritty, filled with all the grounds. Not the best coffee I've had. It tasted okay by itself, not looking to chew through my morning coffee. Hopefully I had enough caffeine to keep me awake because it seems like it was another early morning rolling out of bed. Have to get to the pool pretty early, but it's also only like 55 out, which being in the pool that cold, not ideal. Luckily for me, found my hoodie, even though I had to cut the sleeves off of it the other day because there's a hole in it. But hopefully that'll keep me warm enough until finally the heat rolls in around noon and actually be sort of 70, 75. And hopefully we'll be done around 1:30. Then we have a little bit of downtime that we can explore Novato, maybe do some shopping. Haven't really decided yet. Then we have the banquet around 6 p.m. back here at the hotel. Off to the pool. Made it to the pool this morning. Brian is warming up. I think I'm gonna chill around here just a little bit, watch him dive, and then I'll head and wander around campus. One of Brian's diving friends gave us a ride in, so thankfully we didn't have to deal with a bus, which would look like every 30 minutes, which would have put us a little late for a good warm-up. Also, big shout out to the USA Diving chair, Heather. She keeps talking to me and asking me when I want to be on the boards, and well, apprehensive. Diving's not really my forte, per se. I've tried it once or twice, and actively not drowning for my swimming skill and a fear of heights don't really lead to a great diver. Let's watch some diving. And when it comes to the temperature, in the sun, not bad. Pretty comfortable in a light hoodie, enjoying the sun. But don't let the cold fool you, plenty of sunscreen.
First up was Brian on his 3-meter springboard. He was diving pretty well today, and ultimately grabbed a silver medal.
All of his dives looked very solid, but now we're on to the second event where he's judging. So I think I am going to wander around and explore the campus. It's a beautiful area, so I might as well wander around while I can. It's just also not a very busy campus considering it's August, so not really students are present. There's some here and there, but it's more of like the dive camp that they're running back at the pool. But other than that, it's just kind of us. Which it's a little peaceful, but I was hoping for like a library or a cafe or like a student center to be open, but it's not necessarily looking like it. Just past two people with their dog that it looked like they had shirts on with the college on it, and they even said, oh, it looks like a ghost town around here. Wonder how many students actually go here, because I believe it's a commuter college, and how many people are on campus like beginning of the year. Like how many people are actually wandering around? How busy does it get? How many classes are there? It'd be interesting to know. Maybe I should take the time and look that up. I'm just kind of enjoying myself right now anyway, so I don't really have to worry about the numbers and the semantics of classes and all of that. Also, I'm just kind of unsure how many buildings there really are on campus anyway. It's like I don't need police, human resources, operations. So I guess I'm heading to Jonas Center, see what that is, and hopefully it's a student center of some kind. Unlikely to think it's open. A little nature walk never hurt anyone anyway, especially getting in the shade out of the sun, because I can feel myself burning through 2 layers of sunscreen already. So do not mess around with the UV in California. Looks like some form of agricultural department, which they take the food and animals that they raise and make a little kitchen out of it. Sound is interesting. I guess that's what this campus is known for, is like agricultural stuff. But now I think I'm on the soccer field, or looking at it at least. Looks like it's a little bit more used as a dog park nowadays. As much as I would like to go hiking, it's just, I'm afraid it's going to be a little too warm, and with me needing to be back in the pool within 2 hours, I just don't know if that hike is an hour or 3. Like, I don't have any idea. There's no real signage posted either. Granted, I would stay on the trails, and when in doubt I could just turn around. So I don't know the scale of the campus. I don't know if these are huge trails sprawling. The map didn't really help, but I might walk up partway this one. Little lizards all over the trail. You can see them like dart through. Kind of cool. First lizard was only about that big. Second one was probably that big, so a little longer. But this is a very steep incline. Maybe I should have did that trail over there. I'll probably only do a handful of more steps just to get a little bit of a view of the whole area and then head back down. That's the field I was just walking around and showing you. But it looks like there's a bunch of different little trails crisscrossing all back in here. So I don't have any water either, but this little hill with all these different little trails snaking through is plenty enough for me. So out of breath. Definitely worth the view though. And the pool is somewhere over there around this ridge to get back to. So it's been a good 20-30 minute walking around campus. But back down I go. Significantly much easier to get down this little path than it was to hike up. Hopefully the little lizards are back too, because I want to look at them more. I keep seeing the little lizards scurry around, but like they're always 8 to 10 feet away. Then they notice me, so I can't even pull out my camera, and let alone get the camera to focus on a tiny brown dirt colored lizard. But they're definitely over here though. I want to catch one, but I know better. Make a little lizard friend. Either way, I'll leave them alone. It was only really on this trail that I saw them anyway. A lot of dogs and stuff walking around, so I'm guessing they're not really want to interact with the dogs, which I don't blame them. I'd try to eat them too. Glad it doesn't rain super often here, because this would be a muddy, sandy mess. Now to give the lizards a break from my menace and terror to continue my walk around the soccer field. I'm on some sort of preserve here that's a part or attached to the campus. Interesting. That probably explains all of the walking trails. The pond looks a little dry for frogs and other newts and things, but it did say it was a pretty seasonal pond, and I'm guessing isn't frog season. I feel like that's a little bit more early spring, but also it's California. Very different weather than the Midwest that I've grown up in. But also I think this is like a bee keeping area now. No bees around, but definitely a lot of hives. It looks like what I filmed earlier, that's their kitchen and farm stuff. That's their organic garden back there. Decided not to walk through it just because it looked like they were actively working on it a little bit. Want to give them their time and space to do what they need to do. Don't need outsiders touching and filming things. I think I found the Jonas Center. Looks like there's either an event because there's a bunch of cars, or it's staff only. And I don't know if that was actually a cafe on the other end, or if it's closed or what's going on. But let's take a peek. It looked like some sort of event. All the tables had like flower pieces on it and stuff. Looks like, based on these signs, it's an event venue. Courtyard, banquet hall, lounge, conference room type thing. Also, it wasn't a coffee shop. Looks like a catering business. Probably makes sense to have a catering business right next to your giant event hall event space. Easy way to get food for your venue. So I've been wandering around and resting in various benches and little spots on campus for a couple hours now. I'd say about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I feel like it's almost like a really nice campsite or nature preserve. Like, that's not a read, that's not a negative thing. It's just so nature focused that I would have never guessed this is a college or university campus. So I guess there's just like families of deer that just aren't afraid on campus. They're just having a snack, eating, which is almost mind-boggling to me. Granted, I grew up in the Midwest and all the white-tailed deer around, if you made a noise 100 yards off, they'd go sprinting away. But this little family, I've been clearly talking, walking around, and they're just enjoying themselves. All 4 of them. I guess it's like the squirrels on a lot of campuses. They don't mind the people. These deer don't mind the people. They're just more annoyed that I'm talking more than anything else, interrupting their lunchtime. Wish I saw the sign a little bit earlier. That doesn't make me feel too great. Well, that was fun wandering around campus and watching the deer for a while, but I am being summoned back to the pool just because Brian is wrapping up his judging and he will start his warm-up for his next event soon. It seems like the event is moving pretty well today. Let's hope that continues for the rest of the weekend. That is certainly a very large crow. Even from that far away, it's giant. Look at that strut though. It has such a little personality too. Just how it's hopping around like that.
But soon the time to explore was over, and I was headed back to the pool to watch Brian for his 1-meter springboard competition. His 3-meter was a little bit better today, but overall he still took a 2nd place medal.
Made it back to the hotel, managed to get a ride with another diving friend. Now we're going to go back to the hotel, change, do that type of stuff. And since I had to look at the pool all day, I would like to actually go to the pool. So I think that's Brian and I's plan to relax before our banquet. I am going to stand in the pool and relax. Swimming? No, standing.
So I flip-flopped over to the pool and found some seats. And the water was the perfect shade of blue.
So we switched spots to be in the shade, applied sunscreen either way, and now I'm waiting my mandatory 15 minutes before I can get into the pool. I feel like a kid being offered candy but told I can't eat it. I want to get in the pool, it's right there. But no, gotta wait out my sunscreen. I blame him. It's not fair. Makes me look at the pool all day, watching Cam jump into it and splish splash around. Now I'm forced to look at it even more. Life's not fair, is it? See, it's so close. It's also a really deep pool. It's like 8 feet. And my swimming skill is still actively not drowning, so I'll just hold on to the side. Who needs to actually swim anyway? This pool water, very nice, refreshing, not too cold, not too hot, but it is very deep. Like, I'm nowhere near the bottom right now, so I'm physically holding myself up. So it was not kidding when it said 8-foot pool. I think it's illegal to like put the wrong pool depth, but the drop off feels like that for angle, so pool day was much needed, especially after looking at it all day. Pool was fun. Hopefully I didn't get too sunburned any more than I normally probably am. Definitely need to shower, but I think we're headed to a gas station, grab some sunscreen, a couple of drinks, snacks, refreshments. Very relaxing afternoon at the pool. We're already back out of the hotel room, quick shower from the pool to go run those errands. It's been a long day already. Just getting started though. Now, I don't know if I could live in Novato, but I can definitely appreciate the views just walking around. Very mountainous, very beautiful. Don't know if it's for me overall, though. Oh my god, I love this song. Ooh, the remix. I was about to say I think Novato's a little too quiet for me, and then we literally witnessed a car accident, so I don't know if quiet is the right word then. I would say Novato's a little bit too small scale for me. I think that's a valid thing to say. It looked like just a fender bender anyway, nothing major, and I feel like they kind of just drove off, but it was definitely a loud clunk of everything. I lied, they pulled ahead a couple stops. They're back somewhere over there. They did pull over. No hit and run was witnessed, don't worry.
And if you want to see what I got to drink at this little strip mall that I ran errands to, make sure you stay tuned for next week's video where I do a taste test.
It is now 6 o'clock. We should be in the lobby for social hour. We'll get there when we get there. Show up fashionably late anyway. Back in the elevator, apparently my favorite place to vlog. We are going to go socialize, have a good time. Not sure how much I'm gonna film the social aspect because I'd rather just focus on the moment, us being here, talking to friends. Fully did not film anything from the social just because I decided let Brian have his moment, but had a good mingling night. So with that, this has been Brett and Coach with another day in Novato, California. I'm going to end this little vlog here, and next time, I will see you in Coach.
And like always, please make sure you like, comment, and hit the subscription button.